everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am coming to you from Johnson Nursery. This is a fantastic nursery that specializes in perennials and also shrubs, and we have been working collectively to do a very special grain project, and that's what brings me down here today. I can't wait to show you all that we have in store for awesome, authentic events coming spring of 22. So stay tuned to see what we have up our sleeves.
I'm David Johnson with Johnson Nursery. I'm standing in front of my field of dreams, the future gardens of Southeastern North Carolina. I'm standing with the crazy grain lady, Bree Arthur, and we are undertaking this crazy grain project, which I could not be more excited about. Bree, what are we doing?
Well, you're surpassing all my greatest expectations. So you have created a grain trial here.
We have.
And we are in a really great location. So we're what?
We're in Willard, North Carolina.
Not far from Wilmington.
30 minutes from Wilmington, an hour from Raleigh.
Right off of Highway 40.
That's right.
It's going to be the perfect place for people to come for an authentic grain experience this
Grain
spring.
to oven.
Yes, we're going to have classes where people come and they come right out to this field and they harvest it and then they thresh and winnow and ultimately will grind that seed into flour to be able to make their own
pizza!
It's going to be so cool.
I love pizza.
And nobody else is offering this sort of experience. So people will actually understand like how that wheat is grown.
Right.
And you know, how they can actually be an active part of growing some of their own carbohydrates.
And now finally, I can eat pizza, and I heard my family tell me, that's so unhealthy. I said, no way. This is the healthiest thing you could eat.
Exactly, because this will be, you know, wheat straight from the field, totally unbleached. It will still have vegetable protein available. So this is actually going to be the healthiest pizza crust that's ever been created.
And if this works, next year we're going to make sugar cookies.
Yes, sugar cookies, and maybe we'll be able to get the barley for brewing.
There you go.
Because let's face it, so many people are into microbreweries and they need to understand where their beer actually comes from.
So stay in touch. Just keep us on your list, and hope to see you in June.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to be making lots of posts. It'll be in my newsletter, and I'll be making more and more videos about this.
Very good.
So get ready to come visit because this is the coolest thing ever.
Ever.
And you're seeing it in the very moment of the beginning.
It's been planted for a little less than a month now.
Yes, and so many different varieties. So just from a visual perspective, it's going to be beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
All right, here we go.
So we have all of these seeds. These are what are out in the field. And now we are going to actually do a demo for people who visit the garden center to see what these greens look like in containers. So we're going to be filling up all of these pots and then doing some pots that are just one variety, and we're going to do some that are multi-grain. I think it's going to be a really, really cool experience for people to see. So as I've shown many times before, the seeding process is super easy for grains, both in the ground and in containers. Now obviously out in the field, that was done with a seeding piece of equipment, not something that I have access to at my house. But the way we're gonna seed these pots is the way I always do it. Now I have gone ahead and made some labels, and we're just gonna put these on the pots. I did these both in marker and in pencil because a lot of times the marker will fade in the sun. So pencil's a good backup plan. And then I'm just gonna take a couple of handfuls and cover the top of the pot with seed. And I've learned over the years that there's really no benefit to covering it. You just kind of want to work the seed in so that it has good contact with the soil, and it will germinate really easily this way. When you cover it with soil, when it germinates, it'll actually push up all the soil on top. So I used to mulch on top of these. There's really no benefit to doing that. And just like that, first pot is done. We have about 12 varieties. We're gonna do 3 pots like this of each variety, and then we have a couple other container sizes that we're also gonna seed to take advantage of the seed that we have left from the big grain experiment that went out into the field. This is all 10 varieties mixed together for some multi-grain containers, which I've never done before. I'm really excited about.
There we go.
Planting process again is super simple. We're just mixing them into the top layer. This will ensure good germination. I think these pots are going to be really interesting. You're going to have to send me regular updates.
So you can probably identify them when they first germinate. Is that possible? Look like the
Almost. I mean, this will be testing my skill set.
what was pretty obvious in the field? The barley was the one that was real short and stout.
Yes, the barley has. It's usually that's because it's like a tetraploid, so it has denser foliage compared to the wheats. And the oats over time will have a much more silvery foliage, and the rye looks more like turf. It makes me miss being in nursery production, all this mechanization.
Faster.
Well, I'm so pleased with all that we got accomplished today here at Johnson Nursery. We have all of these grains in containers. These will get staged in the garden center here to grow out all winter. And then, of course, you saw the fields that are already planted and germinating. And I look forward to sharing updates with all of you as these grains continue to grow and we get some really fun events scheduled for May and June of 2022. And I'm also really excited to share that I have a Prius load of grain seed. These are gonna come home with me and I'm gonna get these sown in my home foodscape. And I will definitely be giving you updates from there as well. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and be sure to subscribe so that you can stay in the loop for our very authentic experiences from field to table.